Hello, everyone! In this lecture, I'm going to explain line by line another powerful sonnet by William Shakespeare. Sonnet 123. If you're new to my channel, please like the video and subscribe the channel. Before starting it, let me give you a quick background so you can understand it better. In this sonnet, Shakespeare is addressing time directly, as if time were a living person. He is boldly telling time that, unlike others, he will not change or be impressed by the tricks time plays and like building huge monuments or making old things seem new again. Shakespeare says that everything time brings is just a repeat of the past. Time keeps rushing forward and making people forget the truth. But the poet declares that he will stay true, especially in love, no matter what time does. Let's start it line by line. No time thou shalt not boast that I do change. In this line, Shakespeare is directly addressing time as if it were a person. He firmly says no, refusing to accept something. He tells time that it should not boast. Here, boast means to brag or take pride, that it has caused him to change. This means that Shakespeare is declaring he will not be changed by the passing of time. No matter how much the world changes or how much time tries to age, weaken, or influence him, he will remain the same, especially in terms of his values, truth, or love. He is standing strong against the effects of time and aging. Simply, it means that he is telling time that it should be not proud that it has caused him change, and then says, "Thy pyramids built up with newer might." He talks about the great things that time seems to create, like grand buildings or monuments, such as pyramids, that are made with newer strength or fresh power. These represent how time always seems to be building something big and powerful. But to Shakespeare, even these big achievements of time are not impressive. He believes they are not truly new. They are just old things made to look new again. So he is saying that time cannot trick him with its so-called new creations because he knows they are just copies of what already existed before. To me are nothing novel, nothing strange. He is saying that all the things time presents as new or impressive do not seem new or surprising to him at all. The word novel means new or original, and strange means unfamiliar or different. Shakespeare feels that what time shows as fresh or powerful is actually just a repetition of what has already existed before. He sees through the illusion of change and recognizes that time simply repackages old things to make them seem new. So he is not impressed or fooled by time's tricks. This reflects his wisdom and steady mindset. He's not easily excited or shaken by the so-called newness that time brings. And then says, "They are but dressings of a former sight." In this line, Shakespeare is saying that the things time shows us as new are really just old things in a new appearance. The word dressings means decorations or coverings, and former sight refers to something we have already seen before. So, he means that what looks new or impressive today is actually something from the past, just dressed up or changed a little to appear fresh. It's like putting new clothes on an old idea. It may look different on the outside, but underneath it's the same. Shakespeare is telling us that time does not really create anything new. It only recycles what already existed. Our dates are brief, and therefore we admire. It means that human life is short. And because of this shortness, we tend to admire and be impressed by things that seem new or different. The word dates here means the time or span of our lives, and brief means short. Since we don't live very long, we don't always recognize that many things we see as new have actually happened before in history. Because our time is limited, we easily get amazed by things time presents to us, even though those things might not really be new. So Shakespeare is pointing out that our admiration comes partly from not remembering or knowing the past, well due to the shortness of our lives. What thou dost foist upon us that is old. He is saying that time often forces old things on us, pretending they are new or impressive. The word foist means to push something onto someone in a dishonest way. So time is trying to fool people by reintroducing old events, ideas, or trends and making them seem like they are something new or original. But in reality, they are just recycled versions of the past. Shakespeare is criticizing how people are easily tricked by time because they don't realize that much of what they admire as new is actually just the old dressed up differently, and rather make them born to our desire. It means that people often choose to believe that something old is actually new because it matches what they want or hope for. Instead of recognizing that it's just a repeated version of the past, we pretend it was made especially for us, as if it was created to satisfy our current wishes. The phrase born to our desire means something created or shaped to fit our liking or dreams. So rather than seeing the truth, we fool ourselves into thinking the old thing is fresh and exciting simply because it feels good or fits what we want at the time. And then think that we before have heard them told. In the line, Shakespeare is saying that people prefer to believe something is new and exciting rather than admit they have already seen or heard it before. In other words, we choose to ignore the fact that these things are not truly original. We've encountered them in the past, but because they seem appealing or fit our current desires, we treat them as if they are brand new. The phrase, we before have heard them told, means we've already been told or experienced these things earlier, but we act like it's the first time just to keep the illusion fresh and satisfying. Thy registers and thee I both defy. In the line, Shakespeare is boldly saying that he challenges and rejects both time and its records. The word registers refers to time's records, like history books, calendars, or anything that keeps track of what has happened. Defy means to resist or go against. So he's saying, I don't believe or accept your records. Time and I stand against you too. In simple terms, Shakespeare is refusing to be controlled or defined by the passing of time or by what is written in the history. Time creates. He's declaring that time has no power over his truth or constancy. To put it simple, it means that he tells time that he does not accept its record or even he stands against it. And then says, not wondering at the present nor the past. In the line, he is saying that he is not amazed or impressed by anything that is happening now, the present, or anything that has happened before, the past. The word wondering means being surprised or amazed. So in simple words, he's telling time, I'm not impressed by what you show me in today's world, or what you have shown me in history. This line shows that he sees through time's tricks. He knows that time just repeats old things in new ways, and he refuses to be fooled or fascinated by it. For thy records and what we see doth lie, it means that time cannot be trusted, because both its records, the past, and what we currently see, the present, are false or misleading. The word records refers to history or written accounts, and doth lie means they are not truthful. Shakespeare is saying that the way time presents the past and the present is deceptive. It makes us believe things that may not be real or accurate. For example, something in history might be remembered in a way that glorifies it, even if it was not so great, and something new in the present might seem original, but it's actually just a repeat of something old. So he does not trust either the stories of the past or appearances in the present, because both are shaped and changed by time's influence. Made more or less by thy continual haste, it means that time changes everything quickly, making things seem more important or less important than they really are. The word haste means speed or rushing, and made more or less suggests that time either adds value to something or takes it away, not based on truth, but just because things are always changing with time. In simple terms, Shakespeare is saying that time doesn't let anything stay the same. Because it moves so fast, it can make something look greater or smaller, better or worse just by passing. For example, something that was once famous might be forgotten over time, and something small might become big just because time gives it attention. So time is not honest, it rushes everything and changes how we see the world. This I do vow, and this shall ever be. It means I make a firm promise now, and it will always stay true in the future. Actually, he is declaring something very seriously and confidently. The word vow means a strong and solemn promise. By saying this shall ever be, he is expressing that what he is about to say is not just for today, but it will always be true and to forever, no matter how much time passes or what changes come with time. So in simple words, you can say, Shakespeare is saying, I promise this with full confidence, and nothing will ever change it. He is setting the stage for a powerful final statement in the next line, about love and loyalty that even time cannot destroy. I will be true despite thy scythe and thee. In this final line of the sonnet, Shakespeare makes a powerful vow of eternal loyalty and constancy. He declares that no matter what time does, even with its mighty scythe, which symbolizes death, aging, and the inevitable passing of all things, he will remain true and unchanging. The word scythe represents time's destructive power, often imagined as the tool used by the Grim Reaper to cut down youth, beauty, and life itself. The word thee simply means you, referring to time as a person. In essence, Shakespeare is directly addressing time and saying, even though you have the power to destroy all things, including life and love, I will not let you change me. This final statement reinforces the central idea of the sonnet. True love and loyalty are stronger than time itself, and will endure no matter how much time passes or how much the world changes. It's a bold and emotional conclusion, expressing the belief that love can defeat even the most unstoppable force, time. I hope you have enjoyed it. Please subscribe my channel. Thank you